these films unless you are guided. Join us for something to be decided.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Film Logic's To Be Decided. I'm your host, Mike. How's everybody doing today?
Oh, it's going.
I'm breaking a storm.
Ooh, a little hint what our movie is, perhaps?
If you haven't clicked on the episode title, then it's...
Yes, I know. I go into this blind as well.
Oh my.
Didn't watch the movie, he said.
Yes, I'm actually watching it while we record.
That would be
Library.
Yeah, so, who are you guys? Why are you on this podcast? How'd you get in my house? Questions like
Who are you people? Granddad, it's okay. Get back in the house. Your sundown.
It's time for the whole...
Get off my lawn! Grandpa, you're inside.
Boy, what a start. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because this movie, is so harkens back to teenage years that we have to go the opposite direction. But I'm Adam, and I am, if anyone's going to be to blame for this episode, it's me for picking Stormbreaker.
Alex Rider, Stormbreaker.
Right.
Whole Stormbreaker. And I'm also here. Yeah.
And I am Vic, and I will be heavily judging all of Adam's life decisions.
All right. Well, you're going to have to judge me too, because I am an Alex Rider reader, and I can't even say I grew up with it when I was a teen. I mean, I literally got into it when I was in my 20s. And have been
Is it based on a book series?
Yeah, it's a book series. It's a British spy series for YA. It's Harry Potter, but without magic. Instead, there's
Very
satellites.
British.
I did not know.
So, unashamed Team Alex over here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's written by author Anthony Horowitz, who, a very prolific kind of mystery, suspense, action thrillers. But as appropriate with this, also he is one of Ian Fleming's ghostwriters, into the future. He's written a couple of Bond books.
My God, and that's my other favorite guy. I mean, you can see the obvious parallel to Bond. But yeah, it seems that this Anthony Horowitz, is in love with the spycraft genre.
He's like Tom Clancy, but for preteen.
Right. Yeah, so I'm excited. Let's go into this. I mean, I haven't looked it up, but this movie probably made like 600 million. 700.
Nope.
I mean, it has to have, because they made at least 8 books.
That's so funny.
At least 8 books, like 6 or 7.
We were so close.
Oh wait, 13 books. Okay, 13 Alex Rider books, and they all have cool Bond type names like Point Blank, Stormbreaker, Skeleton Key, Eagle Strike, Scorpia, Archangel, Crocodile Tear. So Anthony Horowitz is cool. If you love Bond and you want a series where Bond doesn't go to bed with everyone he meets, this is for you.
But then it wouldn't be Bond.
It would not be Bond.
No, far from.
Yep.
So great. Well, shall we get into the plot?
Let's do it. I'm ready. You
Might as well.
Lead the way, Adam, and I will throw flowers at your feet.
Well, I mean, before we get into it, I do want to just say it's directed Jeffrey Sachs. Screenplay is written by Anthony Horowitz, as we've mentioned. And it's got quite a cast. A real British actor, and Mickey Rourke. But yeah, Mickey Rourke is in it. Alicia Silverstone is in it. Bill Nighy, I don't know how to say his name. Who's known for like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Hot Fuzz, Harry Potter, all the above. Very famous projector. We of course have Sophie. Oh man, I can't. I'm gonna get slaughtered for trying to say these names. But Sophie Okonedo. So sorry. And Damian Lewis, Stephen Fry, Andy Serkis is in it, Ewan McGregor, Robbie Coltrane, and Jimmy Carr is in it. So quite a
Jimmy
cast. Jimmy Carr.
Oh.
I wish Jimmy Carter was in it. If he was in it, this would have gone. He would have been
Best Bond film ever.
Oscar nom, easy.
So crazy. Anyways, and maybe we could talk about we'll talk about some other stuff a little later on in the production. So, the movie opens right on Alex Rider, who's a 14-year-old. He's an orphan-ish kind of. His parents have died. He's been adopted by his uncle Obi-Wan Kenobi, and his kind of like he's a very itinerant uncle. He's watched by his American housekeeper, who is what I can only assume is Alicia Silverstone doing her best, share reprisal. I mean, it was going back to Obi-Wan. He's supposed to be like this bank manager, and he's like, "I'm gonna be home from a trip, Alex. Don't worry." And he dies in a car crash, but it's not actually a car crash. He actually was assassinated, and it's revealed that Alex's uncle is a spy working for MI6. At his funeral, he gets Alex is like gaslit by MI6 into joining them by saying that Obi-Wan was training him in the ways of the Force since birth. They blackmail him finally by saying that they're gonna revoke green card. So he agrees, and he goes to boot camp. And he trains with the British SAS. He's there for like 2 weeks. He gets gadgets. He gets sent off on the first mission. There he meets billionaire, philanthropist, playboy billionaire, not Tony Stark, but instead, in a weird twist of fate, he meets who, the wrestler, who's donating a bunch of high-power computer systems, codenamed Stormbreaker, to every school in England. MI6 is suspicious of this communism, and they send Alex in undercover as he's won like a competition or whatever to investigate. There he meets Whiplash and his two accomplices, Gollum and who I can only describe as Sheila. It's the only thing that makes sense. And he's then shown the Stormbreaker computer in action. Later, Alex is having dinner with Sale, the actual guy's name, and Sheila, whose actual name is Bull, steals his phone and tracks the SIM card back to his actual home, and she goes there to find Alex's true identity. While she's there, she fights Alicia Silverstone. I don't know what her actual character's name is. And
Jack Starbright.
Jack Starbright. Everyone's name is crazy.
Philistine.
He's done his whole.
And she is beaten off by a pufferfish, which is kind of crazy. Not her first or not her last sea-based injury in this movie. So the next day, with Alex's cover blown, he tries to escape the facility. He uses a yo-yo or something. He's we gotta talk. We'll talk about the gadgets later, but as every good Bond movie, he's got gadgets. He is captured, and Whiplash explains the true reason behind the Stormbreaker computer giveaway is that he wants to kill everybody because he was bullied as a child. That's the plot for the movie. Because he was an American and he was in England. I feel like that's par for the course. But also, this movie is written in the early 2000s because the plot device that he's going to use to kill everyone is using a smallpox virus variant, which sounds very far fetched. Then, if that was to happen now, everyone would be like, "So what? That's happening everywhere." And uh, so yeah, so he has a smallpox virus, which will get spread out. And so then Alex gets captured. He gets put into a water tank, and there's like a giant Portuguese man of war, but he has like this cream stuff that melts metal and it explodes the tank, and the jellyfish comes out and kills the aforementioned Shelob instead with her second sea-based critter injury, which is kind of crazy, right? Alex then hitches a ride on a helicopter piloted piloted by Gollum. I mean Mr. Grin, aka Andy Serkis. And he tempts him into using it by attempting to give him the One Ring. In actuality, he uses like some kind of like pen thing with a truth serum inside of it. I don't know. It's all hokum. And so then Alex jumps out of the helicopter with a parachute and lands just as the Prime Minister, who is played by Hagrid, is about to press a button which will activate the computers. Alex has a rifle and shoots the podium and destroys the button, and nobody tries to stop him. Furious, Whiplash / the wrestler leaves to carry out his backup plan, which I can only assume is appearing in Iron Man, the first movie, and Alex chases after him, and he does so on the back of a horse, aided by his school friend, a minor, by the way. Her actual name is Sabrina Pleasure. Not a joke. I know we made up names earlier. Her actual name is Sabrina Pleasure. Oh, sorry, Sabina.
Yes, I know Sabrina.
And they ride horses through the streets of London. They eventually get onto a skyscraper. Alex catches up, and he unplugs like the backup transmitter. They fight a bit on the roof, and he pushes both Alex and Sabina, whatever, off the roof, and they're kind of hanging there by a dislodged cable. And suddenly, Captain Winters, who is dangling off the helicopter, who killed Alex's uncle earlier in the movie, Captain Winters leans down, fires a gun, and he kills the wrestler, rescuing Alex. And Captain Winters, of course, aka Russian agent Yasin, then tells Alex that Sale had become an embarrassment to his employers, and Alex should forget all about him. But Alex refuses and vows vengeance for on him for killing his uncle. And the film ends very mysteriously. Someone is creeping on a miner from a distance, and he realizes that it's truly not the end. Wow, what a movie! What a ride!
Wow.
Where to even begin?
I don't know, but I had to mute my mic because I was banging my desk in sheer frustration at reliving the movie through your cliff notes, Adam. I was like crashing out. Not even 20 minutes into this movie. We'll get more into the nuances of my crash out, but yeah, where do we want to?
Okay. Well, I'm going to be the counter voice. I'm going to be the repair out because I'm biased. I have a horse in this race. I read the series, and let me just go on record that on Freevee, which is kind of like a Tubi that's owned by Amazon, I recommend that one too. It's really good. In another universe, we'd be using that series to do movies, but on Freevee, they have an Alex Rider remake based on his other books. Chef's Kiss, 100% better, and still I did not mind this movie. I know. I get paid to hate movies, guys. I can't.
You get paid?
Yes, I get 10 cents per insult. So, I wanted to say like this was PG, like kiddie and corny, and then I thought, well, it could have been a lot worse. And maybe I'm just saying that from a fan perspective. I want to hear what you guys have to say.
Oh,
I understand.
yeah. I know that I'm the one that chose the movie. I don't feel strongly about it one way or the other. I just feel like it's a very safe, like kids, like early 2000 movie that you kind of your mom and dad drop you off at while they go to the mall or something, or like they're gonna go see I don't even know the Longest Yard, or I don't know I don't know what adult movie comes out in the early 2000s. But they're like, okay, we're gonna stick you and your brother here for like
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah. So
And-
mom and dad can go do adult.
Exactly. And yeah, so I mean, I also don't think it was trying necessarily to be anything that it's not, right? Like it's not trying to reinvent the wheel.
No.
And yeah, but it like somehow is both like it manages to both be like timeless and very 2000s all at once. You know what I mean? It's a story that I think could exist, outside of the 2000s. Like the plot to the story, very generic spy thriller, but also just the technology and stuff in it is just wow. Computers have come a long way. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I mean,
Computers.
it was basically a MetaQuest 2, the Stormbreaker computer.
Yeah.
But back then, that was like amazing.
And the fact that you've got a child spy going in with an actual Nintendo 3DS to thwart the
Oh,
plot.
that's generous. I think it was just a regular DS. I do want to talk about that. But yes,
Oh,
go
I've
ahead,
got
go ahead.
more. I've got more. Okay.
Go ahead.
The fact that, they sent a kid in with a toy to thwart this, corporate oligarch, generic insert Bond villain here type of a character. I have issues with the spy genre. I feel like it's extremely overused. It's very oversaturated. Probably second only to heist movies. Yeah. I watched a fair number of Bond movies growing up. My dad had a collection of Bond movies, so naturally I saw them. And then I grew up, and I sort of took on like a more adult lens to what those movies were. I'm like, I really don't like these movies like I used to. Like these, like, yeah, James Bond sounds like a cool person to emulate when you don't have like, the adult sort of, sense in you, when you think that, oh, he can do it. I wish I could do that sometime. And then you're like, whoa, wait, that's actually kind of, yeah. Sean Connery, not a great role model, either as Bond or as Sean Connery himself.
James
Yeah.
Bond.
I want to go on record to say that this movie is not as bad as when James Bond goes to New Orleans.
Oh no, I would rather watch that one again than this.
Oh man, okay. We have different experiences with that movie, but let me tell you that this, Adam, it's funny that you said that this book the movie was safe, because the book does not go as crazy as the movie. In fact, in one scene, like Alex uses the local library to uncover the plot. Like there's a a part where he studies a map.
Support your local library, kids.
Yeah, in all his fight scenes, he's able to like knock over one guy with his karate experience, but then like the rest of the adults like beat the crap out of him. Like that's kind of like the story. Like he gets away just by like just enough to save himself. And so this movie kind of made him like a little bit into Neo, or Jackie Chan, which he's not really like that. And maybe he gets that way later in the books, but like he's always like getting swarmed by adults.
Right. Well, I mean, like for me, I guess what I mean safe. I mean, like at no point was there a surprise twist. At no point did you ever think that Alex was in any danger. You know, it was just like it was the movie that they throw on Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock, right? On
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Disney Channel I really think these guys were in the shadow of Agent Cody Banks,
yes,
which had just came out and
did equally as well.
Right. And the Frankie Muniz shadow of performance was cast over this movie, and they had to prove that they could be as good as the heartthrob of that Malcolm in the Middle star.
That's so funny. Well, I think it's interesting because like the budgets for both these movies are like the budget for this movie is about how much money Agent Cody Banks made, but the budget for Agent Cody Banks is about what this movie made.
Oh yeah, this movie made horrible and messy $633,000, which
at a time when people wanted to go to the movie.
I am shocked, but not surprised.
I mean, it did pretty well in the UK because Anthony Horowitz, British man. Of course, he's going to be better in his own hometown.
And half the cast is British.
Very
Well,
British.
I mean, according to Horowitz, he says that Stormbreaker's financial failings were fully on the Weinstein Company. We did, the elephant in the room here.
I didn't even bring that up.
Yeah, it was the Weinstein Company's fault that this movie did terrible. Sure.
So they apparently didn't give it a wide release. And according to Horowitz, he says Harvey Weinstein decided not to distribute it, and it's one of the most bizarre and annoying things. The film didn't even give it a shot in America. To this day, he doesn't know why, and I'm here to tell you why. It's because the main character is a boy. That's why. And we all know what I mean by that.
Oh, I get it.
The main character wasn't Sabina, so he had to.
Exactly.
Kind of makes Harvey's gangrene all the more justified.
Oh, God.
There's not a circle of hell you can hold. That is the official stance of this podcast.
Mm-hmm. Ultimate karmic retribution.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So, I mean, this movie just feels like the ultimate just corporate like cash in, right? Like it's this big brand, Anthony Horowitz, writer, big budget cast of like really famous actors, and they just kind of biffed it.
Yeah. Well, back in 2006, anything with a PG rating didn't have it wasn't expected to be clever and award winning. Not
Right.
like the pressure we give PG today.
Well, I don't know. In a post 2001 Spy Kids world, I don't know. Like, if Spy Kids hadn't come out 4 years earlier, than Stormbreaker, I don't know. Like, I think we could talk about that later, but I don't know. In a post Spy Kids world, I think you gotta be better than that, right?
Well, yeah, I kept thinking this feels like Zack Snyder's Spy Kids.
That's such a great comp. That's such a great comp.
You know what?
Grittier.
I'll allow it.
That's so
Okay,
well.
so I need to ask
Yes.
Mike as the subject matter expert on the source material. Is Alex
Ooh, yes.
is Alex really a triple orphan? Seriously, like in the book series?
Well, okay. So I don't think anyone's going to read the series, though. So
Spoilers, Dad.
in James Bond, you have what's the evil organization, Spectre?
Yeah.
Well,
Spectre.
Alex Rider, he fights Scorpia, which is like their Spectre in this universe, and he finds out that his parents, or at least his dad, and mom, were like members of that evil organization.
Whoa.
And only his uncle was working for MI6.
So they justify his orphaning.
Wow. Okay. So the movie just decided, oh no, we're not going to make the parents evil. We're just going to end them. No, we're just going to end them and then end the uncle.
So MI6 and the uncle that groomed him from a young age aren't the bad guys.
I was going to get to that.
It's his parents who are evil.
Here's the most frustrating part of this book series is that, like, in every novel, at least the 7 that I read, Alex does not want to be a spy. Like, at the beginning of the book, he's like, guys, this is the last time, I swear. Or he'll be like, no, I'm definitely not doing it. And they'll be like, actually, we have this against you, Alex. So, get in there. This mission requires a teenager, and you're in it. And he's like, I hate this job. He's like, I know. So he doesn't even like his job. Like, just kind of like, what if Harry Potter wanted to quit being a wizard at the beginning of every novel? Dumbledore keeps blackmailing him.
Yeah, just imagine. Yeah, Dumbledore comes into the shack. You're a wizard, Harry.
Who is in this game? Who is in this?
It was a game all along. I could have just skipped it.
Just imagine if Harry Potter just said, "No, I'd rather not. Thanks. Stay with
Another funny thing
my
is,
horrible Dursley relative."
yeah, because there's a Nintendo DS, that's a tie-in to the fact that this got a video game for the Game Boy Advance.
No! You ruined my game, Mike.
Oh no!
Exactly.
You assumed that I haven't downloaded the ROM 6 different ways.
So, of course, in this movie, there's a licensed Nintendo DS, an actual Nintendo DS, and you know that it was legal because Nintendo didn't take this movie to court, right? And yeah, so Alex has this red DS that he uses, different cartridges to do different things. There's like a smoke grenade or something, right? And there's one that like scrambles radio signals. But I was gonna ask you guys, which did you guys think there were more of? Sequels to this movie or video games based on this movie?
Video game.
And Mike ruined it.
I'm sorry, I ruined it. But at the same time, how did Agent Cody Banks get a sequel?
I think multiple.
I'm sure there's like straight to video.
Yeah.
As well, and that upsets me. But seeing is that it's all Weinstein's fault.
Yeah, so Nintendo made 2 games, right? They made a Game Boy Advance version and a DS version, and they didn't review well. Nobody liked it.
4 out of 10 IGN.
I know, right? Which is and it's wild that it got like these games out of it. I can't imagine that Nintendo made any money on it, and maybe it's the reason why Nintendo doesn't get back into the movie game for another while.
Yeah, I don't think Nintendo just having brand recognition. I don't think they got a penny out of this deal.
No, just the licensing. That was all that they were concerned.
True. Well, in interest of keeping all my games alive, do you guys want to play another one?
Yes.
Okay. Over under the main actor, Alex Pettyfer, ironically shares him with the main character. That's funny. That's not something I was prepared for. How many? I'm just going to make sure that this is right. I think it is. Over under 3 movies that he has starred in based on novels.
Can we guess the movies, or do we guess the number of movies?
Either. Just give me a number. Do you think he's in more or less than 3 movies based on books?
He has a face of YA protagonism, so I'm going to say
feel like-
everyone was lined up way more.
Yeah, I feel like I'm being set up to choose over.
So, including Stormbreaker, right? That's one. He is in 2011's I Am Number 4, which of course is based on a novel of the same name. He is in a movie called Beastly, also in 2011, which of course is based on the fairy tale Beauty and the Beast. And here's why it's only 3, because the 4th one that he should have been in, but he chose to be in this movie instead. He was supposed to be in Critical Success, Aragon.
I feel like he chose the better idea.
Normally, usually when someone picks a movie instead of being on Aragon, you're like, wow, he dodged a bullet. But did he?
More like
On this show, it's not saying much.
it's
Well,
more
I
like he
mean-
got like a softer bullet, maybe not.
I mean,
Instead of steel, it was made of glass.
but I mean, at least Aragon.
I would
made
argue that's worse, Mike.
I mean, to be fair. So, I mean, the Aragon movie grossed $250 million. So, what a, what is beneficial most for, I guess. But, crazy, right? That he's in so many just random, novel-based movies,
I was gonna predict he was somebody in a Percy Jackson movie. He seems like someone they would cast.
right?
I'm sure he was in the audition.
That's what I'm saying. But it goes even crazier than that. So like he was offered a role in City of Bones, which of course is another one. Another book called The Spook's Apprentice, which never got made. And of course he was in Magic Mike.
I mean, yeah. I don't think you had to say it. I think we just all knew.
So right, that's what I'm saying. And yeah, so isn't that crazy? Now he's just modeling for Burberry.
Naturally, he looks kind of like
Not a bad gig.
Yeah, right.
he looks like a Thor. Like
Mm.
if someone wanted to make an on budget Avengers, he'd be a great Thor.
Right.
Yeah, I'm still going with the Thunder Down Under.
Well, he was in the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, which it's pretty cool when I can recognize movie titles. That means he
True.
and he was the voice of Troy on Family Guy, so
so much
we
there.
can safely say his career is better than mine.
Not by much though, Mike. Not to me. My gosh. Yeah, so I mean, yet I feel like this movie is it's one of those movies that is just so chock full of just random like facts that are more interesting than the movie. Like I think it's super funny that that in this movie they use the phone that Alex has is a Nokia 7710, which is like the biggest. It's kind of like the first basically tablet of its time, and it's just like is in this movie. But also it's 2004, so like why didn't they just give it an iPhone?
Well, iPhones weren't out. iPhones were not out in 2000. I mean, otherwise,
That's
I mean,
fair.
the Nokia, that's like the phone of the aughts. You know?
When did
The
the
phone of all time.
Sidekick come out? That was like the phone before iPhone just.
Well, the movie Stormbreaker came out in 2006. So when did the iPhone come out?
I believe it must.
I think
well,
it was
it would've-
2007.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, at any rate, the movie would have been in production in like 2004, 2000. I mean, unrelated. I know that because when I was active duty Army, I deployed to Afghanistan in 2005, right? And everyone was getting the new iPod Touches, the
Yeah.
the Apple device that was basically like a proto iPad / iPhone or something. it was, we were all kind of like, our loved ones were sending us these toys from the States. I had the iPhone photo with the click wheel and stuff. And, a buddy of mine got the iPod Touch. And, we're just kind of, sitting around, chewing the fat, whatever. And he picks up his, he looks at it, he says, "Man, I bet they could totally put a phone in this." Yeah.
Your buddy is the Al Gore of iPhone.
Pretty much.
Another fun fact about this movie is that the American premiere was on an aircraft carrier in the Hudson River.
Huh?
Right? Isn't that crazy?
That is very random.
Yeah, I know. This movie is so 2000s coded.
I wasn't aware that the Hudson could fit in F carrier.
I didn't
But
either.
it must have been in like the mouth of the Hudson. I mean, because I've been there. I also served around that area, upstate from New York City. So wow. I am having a hard time picturing that just on so many levels. Aircraft carrier, Hudson River, Alex Rider, British teen spy. How? Like, I got the circles in my head. I'm trying to make the Venn diagram where they overlap. I can't do it. I can't make them touch.
Okay. The one thing I feel like they got right, and it's like a time capsule for the time this movie came out, was the soundtrack, which has the Kaiser Chiefs, the Gorillas, Feel Good Inc., and Paul Oakenfield's Ready, Steady, Go.
Yeah, I was a big fan of the needle drops in this movie. I was like, whoa, is this proto James Gunn? What is happening here?
If UK can do anything, it's they know musicians.
Yep. That's something. Helps
Go on Spotify, look up the Alex Rider Stormbreaker soundtrack. You know someone's made it into a playlist.
Oh, I'm sure.
You're welcome.
I am sure.
Okay, well, I feel like I've talked a lot about random stuff. I want to hear Ivy. What did you think? What stood out?
It just I didn't necessarily super enjoy it. Like, it wasn't the kind of thing where like, oh, it's so like, cheesy, hilarious, I'm laughing,
Right.
But it has that, it's not good, but it's not that bad, because I can see, because when I was a kid, there was a lot of movies like this that we would kind of latch on to, like kids movies that weren't like for little kids, but they were like, still like kind of like kids movies, like Sky High, or like The Boy Who Cried Werewolf, stuff like that. And my family would like latch onto it because it was a kids movie, but it was a decent movie and it was fun, and we'd watch it over and over. So
they didn't say any swears.
Yeah, exactly. If I had seen this movie back then, this might have been something that was in our like, DVD rotation.
Yeah. I totally agree. I think the best description of this movie is if you saw the trailer while you were standing in an FYE, you would have tricked yourself into thinking it was a good movie.
Yeah, it's the DVD that you get from the library in the summer and you get attached to it. Yeah. I like the very beginning, as you said, the Uncle Ewan McGregor, he dies like pretty much instantly.
Obi-Wan,
and they don't bring him back. Yes.
Yeah. They have like literally one of the biggest movie stars on the planet at the time, even now. But like, he's like, Moulin Rouge must have already come out at that point, right? And like Star Wars, of course. And you're like, he's in this movie for like 5 seconds.
5 seconds. And he, the whole beginning sequence is a montage of him being really good at his job and like, killing guys and blowing stuff up. And he gets in his car, and since he's playing, kind of loud rock music, he doesn't hear a helicopter literally sitting on top of his car. And they just like shoot him.
This movie does toe the line of silly, and I think that's what people will see. They'll say, "Wow, that is ridiculous," and I wonder if that's like them trying to win over the 8 to 13 demographic, because even the tagline on the DVD says "Rule the school, save the world." He does neither of those things. There's no school he rules. in this 101 hour and 33 minutes, and he does not save the world. He saves, London.
He saves,
Saves a couple of school kids and like
I think
some
they
of
just
England.
ripped that from Cody Banks.
tagline who didn't watch the movie.
Yeah, he probably rules a school in there, and
Bro, it's so funny. Oh, it's so crazy because literally Revenge of the Sith comes out the year before this. Can you imagine going from, one of the largest grossing movies in history up to that point, huge, massive success, to this? Like, that's crazy. Like,
Oh, how far you've fallen.
I also like in that same opening, there's a puppet show that gets blown up.
yeah,
And
I'm like, oh, well, they're dead.
yeah, the way it's edited is like the puppets are reacting to the explosion and they just die.
yeah. And once again, like something that tries to be gritty just has the silliest props. Like at the beginning, what's Ewan McGregor? Is he triggering C4? No, he's lighting a cartoon stick of dynamite and throwing it behind him. As
His
if,
uncle is Wiley Coyote.
yeah, like, so this movie has like just the weirdest prop choices and like just like the funniest, like, I don't know if they're doing it on purpose. They're like, we got to make the kids laugh. Or is this like, kids don't understand C4. Get that large stick of dynamite.
Yeah. The whole Ewan McGregor spy montage at the beginning, it just felt more like a motorsports commercial to me. Just like ATVs and dirt bikes zipping around. You would have just, I expected, a Suzuki logo to come up at some point, telling me to buy their machine. But
I mean, it worked. I did purchase the car as I watched that.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to feel young again.
It's on its way.
Right.
Yeah, there's definitely an element of like not self-awareness really, but some kind of like, we know this is kind of a far-fetched movie because the scene where they introduce like the bad guy, and it's this clip of like a TV interview of him being like really over the top, like obviously sketchy and evil, and then like again like a weird bad funny edit, and then the guy running MI6 just pops up and he's like, yeah, we don't trust him. And it's like, okay, so that like, this isn't supposed to be taken serious.
Right. And I think for all of its faults, I mean, I think it does. There's some interesting thoughts or some interesting things that they do. Like I think the needle drops, I think we've talked about. I think are interesting. There's some interesting edits too, like that fighting sequence between Miss Clueless and what's her face. It's kind of interpolated or whatever with like TV shows and like stuff like that. I think it's very charming, and I think if the movie had more of like that going on, I think I would view it a little bit more.
It's towing the line between the vibe that the book gives, which is like somber and like almost like a drama or a tragedy, which is Alex's life. And like, I really think they were trying to find like they were trying to find their agent Cody Banks. So just trying to make it cool, aka fantasy enough.
I mean, I was just waiting for the reveal that Jack, the housekeeper, that she was like a deep cover CIA agent the whole time. No, just a housekeeper. And I gotta ask, so Alex is proficient in martial arts, as we see. He gives like 5 repo store, thugs, the beat down of their lives with a rope. What were there any kind of like martial arts training scenes or something that I might have missed out on?
The assumption, and just like in the book, they always say, "Oh, my uncle taught me how to be a black belt, for 6 summers," and then they just kind of hand wave it.
That's
he knows it.
That's it. Just my uncle taught me. Just we're gonna try to give Alex the thickest plot armor possible. Just because, my uncle did. How do you know karate? Oh, my uncle did it. How did you develop your reflexes? Oh, my uncle taught me. Well, your uncle's dead now, so
A lot of good that did.
mm,
Also, Damian Lewis, he plays Yasin Grigorovich.
Hey, Captain Winter, please.
Yes. They corrected his ethnicity in the Amazon series by making him actually like, I don't know, making him actually Russian and like a bit Middle Eastern, but like Damien could not be whiter. Lewis does not look like he could be a Yasin Grigorov.
no.
Someone is a fan of Brothers or Band of Brothers.
Exactly. I mean, he can barely do an American accent in the best of times, so him trying to do a Russian one was sending me. Yeah.
But actually, like that Gregan, that Yasin guy is supposed to be like huge later in the books. Like his story. I mean, that's part of the reason why I kind of like marked out on this is because it's like, I know that guy. I know what he's gonna do. Man, and you can tell like at the end that they were really building up for a sequel. Damian Lewis was gonna come back and he was gonna have a much bigger role, and just all these revelations were supposed to hit Alex. But when you don't give your movie to America, you can't have a sequel. Or when you only like say you're going to show it on cruises and aircraft carriers.
Right.
Odd marketing choice, and that's what happened.
That is exactly. Well, Mike, how much time do you think we got? We got time for maybe 2 quick games?
Adam, we're in for $1 or in for a dime, in for a dollar. I don't know how that phrase goes, but yes. Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Go nuts, buddy.
Too late to say no.
Beautiful. I want to talk about Clock Stoppers.
Oh my god.
Excuse
Clock Stoppers.
Yeah.
You don't remember 2002 American sci-fi action comedy film Clock Stoppers, where 3 spunky teens can stop time and work for the NSA?
Doesn't it have
was that a decom or something?
You're talking about a movie worse than that.
Nickelodeon. Directed by Jonathan.
Yeah.
Oh no. Riker, what did you do?
Or I mean, everyone knows Agent Cody Banks. Everybody knows, of course, Spy Kids, and everyone should know about my favorite 2004 family action film, Catch That Kid. Do you guys know that one?
My God, that is like, I feel like my brain tried to forget that.
How could you? It lives rent free in my mind. It's Kristen Stewart in her debut movie. Corbin Blue, fresh off, whatever he's doing on Disney Channel, and the famous Mac Throat, Throat, I don't know, but he is in House at the End of the Street. He's in Bates Motel, SEAL Team. Anyways, so what I'm trying to say is from 2000 until 2010, not including any sequels, those those are 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, including this movie, there were 5 spy-oriented kids movies, and then they just stopped.
And
What
that's
happened?
not counting The Pacifier and movies for kids with kids, but the kids weren't the spies. But they were still in the
Right. Isn't that crazy? What was what was going on? It almost was
because they kept throwing stuff at the wall, but nothing was sticking. They're like, oh, see, maybe making the child the protag is not working. How many more millions of dollars can we put into this?
Somewhere in the late 90s, there was a movie where a cat was a detective and he helped solve a murder. I think it's called That Darn Cat.
That's
that's a remake of a 60s movie.
Oh my God.
So, but yeah, I mean, maybe it becomes my thing. We gotta watch all these kid spy movies because they're for sure on Tubi. But yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? I don't know what got into, because I guess it's Spy Kids, right? They made 150 million, just on box office sales, and they made money on toys and stuff, but yeah, everyone's trying to get a piece of the pie.
Yep. Well, you can only do a tired old trope or genre so many times, and you got to move.
You remember that time period when everyone was making a zombie movie, thanks to Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
These things, they come in waves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it also kind of, you could see the trend, right, where it's like the turn of the century, there's a lot of like unstable geopolitics, the idea of like global politics is like in the zeitgeist, technology is becoming more and more popular, so like the rise of like these wonder kids, right, and yeah, I can see the influences, I can see why, but it just plays out like it's a psyop for the NSA to like recruit kids to join the military industrial complex.
Well, that
Like,
is
am I
such a
wrong?
that is such a YA trope. Like, whether it's superheroes joining the CIA or being a wizard, the
Right.
adults are always like clueless. They can't get their act together. There's something that disqualifies them from saving the world, and they always need a 13 to 15-year-old to like catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why I want to make a book where like
So basically,
President of the
Zero
United
Dark
States.
30, but it's Agent Cody Banks. Sorry. What? Sorry.
I want to make a book where like a 15-year-old has to become president to help America settle its debt budget,
Oh,
because
I thought
adults
you were.
can't do it.
Oh, I thought you said that you were going to rewrite Black Hawk Down with the cast of Bluey.
Horse.
It's called Black Chicks Down.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of 13 to 15-year-olds stopping the Gulf War.
So ridiculous, man. Yeah, I mean the 2000s were crazy, and I feel like there's no, like, if they tried to make this movie now, there's no way it would happen, right? Like everyone would be mad about it.
Do you think it was too insensitive,
I
or like,
I don't. Is it too crass? I don't know.
I would
They-
say
all of the thugs were saying like child appropriate expressions of frustration.
You're like, what the heck are you doing?
yeah, this is the army, gosh darn.
Heckin' this, gosh darn it, that.
They respected his childlike innocence enough to not swear in front of him, but
Yeah.
not enough to not beat the crap out of him.
Yes.
Okay,
And that's what's wrong with this
earmuffs on.
Right. Earmuffs on set. Right. And that's why this current generation of kids is gonna grow up spoiled. They're not getting beat up by thugs in the street.
Yes.
Well, Adam, this was 20 years ago, 2006. Where are the
Gross.
kids who watched all of those? Where are all those kids?
They all work for the government. Like, they're all MI6 insurgents.
That's explaining a lot.
Right. Or they're on every message board commenting how James Gunn is ruining verse. They're too brain damaged to accept that Batman is a bad movie.
Also, that
They're busy defending Anthony Horowitz. He did nothing wrong.
This isn't about you, Mike. This isn't about you.
Well, you don't follow my thread where I defend this man 24.
Thread on AlexWriter.
Yes.
He just writes fan fiction. I love it. That's so crazy. Oh my gosh. Well, before we land the plane, I want to talk about the highest grossing films of 2006.
Yeah.
And I want to see if you guys would
Okay.
rather see one of these movies instead of Stormbreaker.
oh, we're not going to play the game where we guess if it made more or less money than Alex Rider, Operation Stormbreaker.
We can assume this made the least amount of money.
You can multiply
You
how
don't
much it
think-
made
You don't think?
by 100. You can multiply it by 100, and I don't think it would break the top 10.
I'm pretty sure my dad made more money than this movie in Canada and the US combined.
And that's $2,000.
Right. Which is crazy because worldwide it made 23 million.
Right. Which is crazy.
I
Okay.
mean, Bulgovia loved this movie, apparently.
Bulgovia loves a child spy. Speaking of children, number 10 on the list with 163 million is The Pursuit of Happiness.
Was that movie considered for an Oscar? It felt like it was gunning
Probably.
for an Oscar.
Yeah, it was nominated for an Academy Award. Didn't win. I didn't super love that movie. It was fine.
It was supposed to give you, a tearjerker, rags to riches story.
I mean, I'm gonna say it. Stormbreaker for me.
Oh my gosh, I was gonna say, don't try to save my feelings, guys. You can go to the Will Smith movie, okay?
I don't know if it's like with the knowledge of who Will Smith is now that I kind of just like am adverse to him across time now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know.
Can I pass or abstain? Or just sit in the corner, look at
The next person.
Next week we're doing The Pursuit of Happiness from the way you guys are talking about it.
Don't you dare.
What do you think, Ivy?
Why not?
Yeah. Okay.
I'll watch the helicopter scene again.
This next one feels very appropriate to compare it to, but this one's a no-brainer. It's Casino Royale at number 9. I mean, it's got to be Casino Royale, right? Like it's.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
It's my top. It's in my top 3 Bond movies. I mean, I love it. So I'm gonna say
there is 200% more fornication in that movie. I guess.
More like 2,000%. Yeah. Oddly enough, that's the last Bond movie that I've seen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen any other Daniel Craig Bond movies.
they're good. They're good. Quantum of Solace is okay, but Skyfall's really great. Die Another Day.
That's the Home Alone one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave Grohl wrote a banger theme track for Casino.
Hey, but at the very least, they didn't name a minor child in this movie Sabrina Pleasure. Sabina. Sorry.
Yeah.
Guys, do you think The Sheep Detective is doing better than this movie?
100%.
What a world we live in.
So across the board, are we voting Casino Royale?
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess.
you can vote. You don't have to. You don't have to.
The only thing that beats Alex Rider is the movie it's based on.
All right. Next up, we have one of a million sequels, Ice Age: The Meltdown.
I have to go with Alex Rider.
I didn't like Ice Age, so I might agree. I don't know. Everyone else? Anyone not
I
go?
guess so. I don't super love the Ice Age movies. Like they're fine, but
Yeah,
I didn't grow up with them or anything, so I don't really care.
Yeah, Scratch doesn't do it for me. All right. Number 7, Happy Feet.
Alex Rider.
Yeah, I have to go.
Oh, really? I love Happy Feet.
It also has a DS game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Which
We
DS game?
can
is
assume
better?
that at least half of the top 10 movies of 2006 had a DS.
I feel like the 2000s belong to kids. Like
It really did. It really did.
I can't think of a single rated R movie in the year 2000 to 2010.
There's five of these movies are kids movies, and like one is like a borderline kids movie that we'll talk about next. That's crazy. I think it's Casino Royale PG-13. I don't know if there's anything on here that's rated R, which is crazy. Okay, number 6. Your favorite movie and mine, the Bryan Singer Superman Returns movie.
In terms of comedy, I think the Alex Rider made me laugh more, especially when we didn't talk about this, but there's this clever joke where Mickey Rourke shoots his gun and misses Alex, but then you see a pigeon fall to the ground.
Yeah.
That was almost worth the price of admission.
Right. And one of these movies has Kevin Spacey in it, so I'm gonna go with the movie not with Kevin Spacey. I'm gonna go Alex Rider, maybe, I guess.
Yeah, guys, I think this is the movie of the year.
Superman Returns was not great. Not great. Everyone, is anybody picking Superman Returns?
I don't think.
I'm gonna be honest. I was going to, but only because I would have done so out of sheer curiosity because I haven't seen the Superman Returns.
Okay.
But yeah, you reminded me that Kevin Spacey was in it. It's like, okay, all right. Nope.
I mean,
Nope.
I feel bad because Kevin Spacey looks a lot like Lex Luthor, so it was like a no-brainer decision.
Please don't
and
feel
then
bad for
he ruined it. Like he
Yeah.
could have had that job for life, but he had to go and
Yeah. Kevin Spacey, it's the express opinion of this podcast that you can go kick rocks.
with Weinstein.
Go pound sand.
Yeah,
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. Okay, next up. That was the borderline kids movie. I don't know how superhero movies fit into the whole. Number 5, The Da Vinci Code.
Yeah. I would. Yeah. Da Vinci Code.
There's a sick part of me that really loves those movies. They're like a secret little dirty pleasure of mine. I love them.
So bad, the hair of Tom.
Yeah, because it's everything that like it's like somebody watched Indiana Jones and then tried to tell someone through a tin can and like some string to someone with schizophrenia, and then they made a movie based on what they heard. I'm picking the Da Vinci Code. You guys can do whatever you.
Also,
No, I'm watching the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
I want to try the PS2 game first, the code,
I
and
love
then I'll
it.
make my decision.
Funny. Okay, so surprisingly, Superman Returns isn't the worst superhero movie that's on this list. Number 4 is X-Men: The Last Stand. The Brett Ratner classic.
Yeah.
I saw this movie. I saw this movie once in theaters, and if little 12-year-old me or whatever, how old I was, demanded a refund, I don't know if I can watch it. I can't pick X-Men: The Last Stand. I can't do it. They did my man Cyclops dirty.
Well, you know why? Because he chose to be. He went from Cyclops to being the guy who sleeps with Lois Lane against Superman's wishes, which has to be the worst role in movie history.
Kelsey Grammer?
Okay,
I know James Marsden. No,
I was gonna say, did I watch this movie correctly?
No, you're right. Yeah, how did they mess up X-Men: The Last Stand? That's a whole other.
I don't know, man. It was the Fox era. They fumbled the bag.
How to handle the Phoenix Saga. That's just the.
Yeah, I know. I'm picking Alex Rider. I don't know if I can watch X-Men Last.
No, I'd sit through it.
Okay. Next up, I think the runaway best. I personally think it's the runaway best movie come out that year. Number 3 is Cars.
The OG Cars.
Oh no, Planes did pretty great.
That doesn't exist.
Said no one ever.
I don't know. I really like planes.
I mean, I'm taking Cars. I feel like that's an overrated.
Yeah, I'd sit through Cars again.
I've never sat through Cars, so I've only sat through 10 minutes of this.
Oh, that's so random.
I know, it was on in the background.
You're missing out.
What were you saying, Nighy? Right?
I'm gonna have to go with Alex Rider. When I was like in my young teens, I went through a phase where I was like, I need to rewatch all the Pixar movies I watched as a little kid, and I watched Monsters Inc. and The Incredibles, and I was like, oh, these are really good. And then I got to Cars, and I was really, really, really bored. So I don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's very Republican coded. Number 2, Night at the Museum.
Just
I'd sit through that.
Yeah.
I'd sit through that museum.
Night at the Museum holds a special place in my heart. It's also, for whatever reason, every sub at my school would just play Night at the Museum. So by the time I graduated high school, I probably saw it like a dozen times.
Dick Van Dyke was a horrible villain.
Because you were
There,
rooting
I
for him.
said it.
Or you couldn't believe that he was spry enough to do anything.
Yeah, he just didn't win over the villain of the year.
Yeah, you're like, I've seen what is that? Singing in the Rain. I know you can't take a punch.
Yeah. Your plan has flaws, Dick Van Dyke.
There's just something off about asking Dick Van Dyke to play a villain. It's like you might as well try to have put Fred Rogers in the position of a Bond villain. Like, it just doesn't work.
I feel like it was kind of ahead of the curve, though, because I feel like the past few years, a lot of kids' movies go with like the surprise villain, like Frozen and Zootopia, like the person you don't suspect because they seem so sweet. And that was like, 2004, 2006, whatever it was.
Yeah, the year of the rug pull.
The year of the rug pull. Oh wait, and last but certainly not least, the much-awaited sequel, Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest.
That's when that movie got super confused.
Actually, not the worst Pirates of the Caribbean sequel. I'd sit through it.
I love these movies, all three, like the original trilogy. I mean, just for the sexual tension between Keira Knightley, Orlando Bloom, and Johnny Depp alone is enough to send me. And funnily enough, Bill Nighy, who is also in Stormbreaker, is Davy Jones. So there's the tie-in.
Wow.
This is a banner year for Bill Nighy.
Yeah, right? He was busy. He was real busy. I'm taking Pirates.
Pirates is a pretty exciting movie. No one else got subplot fatigue? Or is it just...
I mean, I would rather shove a salad fork in my ear canal than watch a Pirates of the Caribbean movie, so...
Oh, even the first one?
I don't care.
Whoa.
It's like the most off-putting. I don't care about pirates. I don't care about Johnny Depp. Like, I have no interest in.
But the fourth one has to do with mermaid tears. I mean, that sounds right up your alley.
I have a whole rant about how Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one, is a perfect movie. We can talk about this on our own time later.
Yeah. Oversaturated movie genres, am I right, Ivy?
Yeah, except it's just that one franchise.
In a perfect world, we'd be tired of all the Alex Rider sequels.
In a way, we are living in that because nobody watched the first. So we got tired of the sequels.
We preemptively got tired of the sequel.
Yeah. Let's land this thing, buddy.
Okay. So everyone, let's be authentically confess you really liked about this movie that you think actually just please and don't worry. I'll go ahead and I'll say that that the humor, the Stephen Fry lines, him playing the Agent Q of the movie, he was pretty funny. Like he took a lot of those tropes about oh Agent Bond, don't touch that. Why? Because it's super annoying.
Yeah.
I like those.
What I was gonna say.
Yeah. I think the budget went into writing his line.
The budget truly went into the dialogue.
Yes.
Just for him, though.
All right. Anyone else can?
I feel like it's only fair that I go next. I think it's to be cautiously enjoyed if you're looking for something that will scratch the itch of the mid 2000s, very low stakes, action family adventure movie. Give it a go, but do it at your own risk.
All right, Ben.
It's
Or Ivy.
I don't have anything else to add, really. I've said my piece.
Yeah, this movie had little bits of dialogue I felt like were kind of improvised little glimmers that kind of kept my attention a little bit, because I'm looking at this total malarkey of a plot setup and everything, but then someone says this really witty thing. I'm like, okay, that was good. That was funny. But no.
You draw the line.
But that's my my stance. To be.
All right. Well, I think we're ready to review. Is this to be the greatest or to be enjoyed? I feel like those are the only two we need. No. Or is this to be tolerated, to be experienced, or just to be avoided? Someone go first. I need some sobriety.
I feel like. Oh, go ahead.
I thought I already said my review. No, just lowercase N-O, period.
Oh,
We know.
In serif typewriter.
Tubi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll reiterate my myself to be cautiously enjoyed. Go in with very low expectations and open mind. it you know it's a movie.
Well, I mean, it begs a question. Is Cody Banks the superior product? Is that like why go to the Monkees when you can have the Beatles, and Agent Cody Banks is clearly the Beatles? Well, this is the Monkees.
I would say no.
That word superior you're using is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what is the poster child of kid spy movie? Is it Harriet?
Spy Kids. Spy Kids.
It's right there
Spy Kids.
in the title.
Spy Kids. Spy Kids. Also, I'm willing to have a conversation about being a perfect movie. But
Okay, all right. Low-hanging fruit. It's Spy Kids.
yeah. I mean, obviously, what are we doing here, Mike?
Okay, I'll go next. My opinion is skewed by the fact that I liked the book series. But if I remove the book series, yeah, this movie is silly, but not silly. Like gritty, but not gritty enough. It rides that line where it's just kind of like, not a good recipe. So I'm gonna say it's to be tolerated.
Well, you know what? I thought about it a little bit. I could give some more sincere thoughts, just really quick, because Mike, I know that you really like this. That's totally fair.
Yes,
And
watch it
Adam?
on Freevee. Watch
Yeah.
the remake on Freevee. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
Adam, you're not a bad person. You just made a bad decision.
Whoa.
No. Well, okay. My sincere thought is, okay, yeah, that's I wholeheartedly believe that there are no objectively bad stories, just badly told ones. And so, I'm not familiar with the Alex Rider book series. It might be very well written, as as Mike has indicated that it might be. I read the City of Ember book series. I actually read all 4 of those books. It was Ember, Sparks, Yonwood, and Darkhold. The books were excellent, but the City of Ember movie, hot garbage. Just really, really bad. Just Bill Murray was not believable as a villain in that.
I forgot he was in.
Yep, probably should forget again.
Whoa, Saoirse Ronan to me? What the heck?
The only thing I remember in that movie is like the big monster.
The mole monster.
Yes. Oh, I hate
the
that.
mole monster that
To this day.
wasn't in the book.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So, like,
I'm dead
whatever you
serious.
might have liked about the movie City of Ember, you should hold on to that and pick up the book and read it. So, yeah, I would say that this, Alex Rider definitely epitomizes, how I feel about, quote unquote bad stories. Okay, that is sincerely my take.
Come on, this movie was better than Panda Plan.
I will give you that.
That movie explains the origin of the karate, though, while this movie does not.
Exactly.
Wild. All right. Well, guys, thanks for humoring me, and man, I can't promise I'm going to pick a better movie next time because I'm probably not, but
You know who's never steered us wrong? Ivy, and she's next.
Oh,
are we
yeah,
forgetting that
I-
dog movie?
Oh, which is
That's what I
still
forgot
at the
about that.
top of our reviews.
Yeah, I already have my selection picked out, and it's gonna be a.
Sausage
Gaslight
Party.
movie.
What did you say?
Sausage Party.
Yeah, I picked Sausage Party.
Whoa. Hey, oh.
I already have some ideas on that movie. Oh, and before I forget, funny you mentioned Panda Plan. On IMDb, Alex Rider gets a 5.1, tied with the Panda.
Wow, it's amazing.
Right. Well, there you have it, folks. We're still getting through the whole entire Tubi movie film library, and we're one step closer every 2 weeks. So tune in next 2 weeks as Ivy will be picking a movie with gas, apparently. And
Sounds flatulent.
it's going to be an entertaining episode nonetheless, whether we love it or hate it. So I've been Mike.
I'm Adam.
Hi, Ivy.
Thank you for watching. Oh, sorry. I always
You will
forget.
not cut me out of this group.
Sorry, you said you hated the book.
I can't. I defended you later.
All right. You can introduce yourself.
And I'm
Thank you for listening to Be Decided.
Don't watch these films unless you are guided. Join us for some to be decided. Don't watch the greatest movies on streaming TV. It's easy, fun, and absolutely free. Don't watch these films unless you are guided. Join us for some to be decided.